Hey folks, it's all bad, huh? Shocker. Of course it is. The rage fantasies of teeny weeny itty bitty sad baby men are pretty nasty. Underneath it all, they're mad at mommy, 'cause she took the breast away, and she made them share, and she had the power to make them feel teeny weeny itty bitty and sad. Baby men can ride those rage fantasies pretty far. Inferiority complexes translate into all sorts of grasping at superiority. If baby men feel bad inside, everyone else has to as well. We can be certain that none of these baby men are going to be brave enough to tackle the generational trauma resulting in severe mental health issues that cause them to be so dastardly. So, we're in for a very long and thorough tantrum waged at the expense of anyone and everyone. It's the oldest story known to man. Baby men who can't fill the holes inside of them will burn down the world. They simply lack the courage to face their insufferable selves. You want courage? Look for a woman, like this one.
Let me make one final plea, Mr. President. Millions have put their trust in you. And as you told the nation yesterday, you have felt the providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meatpacking plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God teaches us that we are to be merciful to the stranger, for we were all once strangers.
Isn't she beautiful? Isn't a snapshot of what religion aspires to be refreshing? Yeah. We can assume the baby men are plotting which rage fantasy to carry out on her as we speak. None of this should be surprising. They really are that teeny weeny itty bitty and sad. So, okay. We have the mustache man reference from the richest, most stoned man on the planet. We have the J6 attack dogs fanning out, laying their own rage fantasies over the duty they feel to draw blood for their savior. Cool. I guess all the references to other countries releasing prisoners into the U.S. were just an amuse-bouche for the phenomenon of releasing our own homegrown prisoners into the U.S. We have brown people terrified, trans people ordered to stop existing, and of course all undesirable search terms erased from social media, because hashtag Democrat is totes expendable anyway. Yeah, that doesn't look teeny-weeny itty-bitty or sad at all. Way to flex, baby men, the women are swooning. Big Bad Ice is ready for its big bad debut in churches and schools. Let's hope there's a priest or a 10 Commandments poster around to remind Big Bad Ice to love thy neighbor as they cart away undocumented kids. And of course, the family that relentlessly accused the Biden family from profiting off the presidency has already profited off the presidency to the tune of billions and billions of dollars. Par for the course for the itty bitties. All I can say is, yep. We knew this was going to happen. We knew approximately 31% of Americans voted for the destruction of their own country without really thinking through what they were doing because thinking had been branded uncool by baby men on their side. A whole lot of brainwashing and some very insidious shenanigans have paid off for the teeny-weeny itty-bitties, and now the majority of the country will have to watch Lady Liberty essayed, robbed, ripped apart, and rebuilt in the image of baby men whose holes will never be filled. They will never be satisfied, but the curtain will be peeled back, and you can only make itty-bitty look big and tough for so long. So buckle up, folks. Rage fantasies suck. But the vast majority of this country didn't choose this, and if we stick together, mediocre men with mommy issues will ultimately be too itty-bitty to win in the long run. Yeah. Well, teeny-weeny itty-bitties, have the day you deserve.